Hey folks, this is UTV Brad from UTV Blogs, and I am here with a new toy. I'm going to do a little unboxing with it and a little bit of first impressions. The new toy is the new Ticwatch, the Ticwatch S. Let's get started. So first off, anybody that knows what the Ticwatch is, this is the third and I guess you could say fourth iteration of their watches. They had the original Ticwatch and they had the Ticwatch 2. I believe they both started on Kickstarter and they both ran their own operating system. It was called Ticware, and I guess it was a pretty heavily scanned version of Android Wear. Some Android apps would work on it, some Android apps don't work on it. And they actually listened to their customers and they decided to go full Android Wear 2.0 on their new watches. So there's the Ticwatch E, which is slightly cheaper, and the Ticwatch S, which is what I have here, which is the sportier version. Now this is a Kickstarter project, and what's funny is I'm not on the Kickstarter. I stumbled across this watch on Amazon and I was able to order it next day shipping, and I actually have the watch before most of the Kickstarter backers. They started getting their devices, from what I'm reading, the 18th of November. Well, here we are on the 18th of November and this package has been waiting for me at home all day. I just got home. I want to open it up. I want to see it. So let's go. So before we get started, let's be clear about what this device is. This device is one word, and it is cheap. The market price of this device is $199. Now you can get it on Amazon right now on a Black Friday deal here in the US anyway for $40 off. I got it for $159, which is just a really stupid price for a smartwatch. Somebody that's looking for something fancy, someone that's looking for a dress watch to go out with, this probably isn't going to be the watch for you. But it does have full Android Wear 2.0. It has a GPS, has a 1.4-inch screen. I'll be honest with you, I haven't used Android Wear before, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to give this watch a try. I've been using a Samsung Gear S2 most recently, and it just doesn't do everything I want it to. It's a fancy looking watch. I'm sure it looks better than this one, but it doesn't do everything. Samsung Gear runs their own Tizen OS. This runs Android Wear 2.0. With this price, I could not help but give it a try. So let's get it opened up here. It's a kind of a fun little design on the box, taped up on the edges, and there we go. Little spongy thing up top. Watch is in cardboard. There's your little silica. Don't swallow that. Figure out how to get it out of here. Now this watch has GPS, which is something that you would never find on a watch in this price range. And with the Sport Watch, the S version, the GPS antenna runs through the band. They say it adds a little more accuracy to it. At the same time, it means that you can't swap out these bands. The E version, you can swap out the bands, but the GPS antenna is integrated into the watch, makes the watch a little bit thicker and a little less accurate according to them. So let's see what's in the box before I start playing with it. This is the piece of foam that it was sitting on. Looks like nothing there. There is our cord, and it is a magnetic charger. Goes right to the back. And again, GPS, heart rate monitor, This is IP67 certified, so you can jump in the shower with it. You don't have to worry about taking it off when you wash your hands, and possibly even swim a couple laps with it. Like I said, for the price, you can't beat it if it works. There's a little booklet. There's actually a lot more English in that booklet than I was expecting. So that'll give me something to read as I'm setting this up. So the watch itself, it has a real rubbery feel to it, which I was expecting a real plastic feel. I kind of prefer the rubber. I like it. Take this off, see if there's enough juice to turn it on. There we go. Ticwatch starting up. There's one button. Bezel has a little numbers on it. Give it a little more sporty look. A Google Assistant on board. Has a microphone. That is a really odd looking startup. Not so sure I appreciate that. And no telling how long that's going to take. So, as far as construction, I have no problem with it. It is definite plastic. Like I said, it's not something you're going to be worrying out if you're going to be impressing people, but if it functions right, you can't go wrong for that price. $159 on Amazon right now with the Black Friday deal. I believe there's 3 different colors of both versions of the watch. This is the S. There's also an E. And looks like it's not in my language. This will be fun. Get to pick the language. English, United States. Not bad. So I need to get the Android Wear app on my phone. So I'm ready for that with my BlackBerry Key 1. I'm going to get this set up. I might post this video by itself as an unboxing and come back later for a first impressions, or I may just do it all in one video, but we will see. So let me get this set up. I will be back later. And I am back. It's been just about 24 hours since I filmed the first part of that video, and I have used this watch today, the Ticwatch S. Now, in the first part of the video, I said there is one word to describe this watch, and it was cheap. And now I feel kind of bad saying that, because it is cheap. It's really cheap. It's really affordable compared to other Android Wear 2.0 watches that you can get out there. This is on sale right now at the Black Friday deal. You can get it either from the brand itself, or you can get it from Amazon for $159.99 American. Its regular price is $199, and even at that price, I find it to be a really good deal. Coming from various Fitbits and the Samsung wristbands, the Fit and the Gear Fit 2 and the Gear S2, I find that this is the most comfortable of all of the watches that I've worn. And I think it comes down to the hollowed out inside of the band. You really feel a difference. This is much lighter than any of the Samsung devices I've worn. Probably about the same weight as a couple of the Fitbit devices I've worn, but it's much more comfortable. It's a proper size. It doesn't look too thick on the wrist, and I don't think it looks too bad. Not like a lot of those monsters that you used to get with the original smartwatches. As far as the design, I like the numbered bezel. This isn't a watch that you're going to wear if you're going to go do a fancy function. It's not going to be mistaken for a high-end watch at all. But as far as a sports band, I think it looks great. And I have no problem wearing this in public. I did it today. So let's go over the specs for the device. It comes with a 1.4-inch 400 by 400 resolution OLED screen. It weighs 45.5 grams and measures 13 millimeters thick. Inside, it's got a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core MediaTek processor. Now, this is a lower-end processor, but the watch is optimized to work well with it, and it's really snappy, it's really quick. I have no problems with the speed on this device. It has GPS built in, it has its own heart rate monitor, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.1, but it is missing cellular connectivity and NFC. So if you're planning to use this as a standalone phone, it's not going to happen. It does connect to your phone. You can make phone calls through it. It's got a microphone and a speaker, of course, but it's going to be making those calls through your phone instead of through its own connectivity. Also, if you plan on using your smartwatch to pay for items at the market, this isn't going to do it either because it's lacking the NFC. But I find that it's got enough other options that you don't get at the higher prices, like the GPS, like the heart rate sensor, that I find it's a really good deal. I like the looks of it. I'm not going to mind walking out in public with it. It does a lot, and it's very handy having the Google Assistant on your wrist. So this is Brad. I am recommending this product simply because it's so cheap. It does so much, and it's so cheap. If you're somebody that's been looking to get a smartwatch but don't want to commit to that much money, this is a great way to get your toes wet. If you're somebody that's very active and very rough on devices like I am and don't want to spend a bunch of money that you're pretty sure you're going to end up breaking, this is another good way to do it. If you want a smartwatch that you're going to wear to a fancy dinner party, this isn't it. Go somewhere else. But this is Brad. This is my Ticwatch S, and I'm signing off. I'll see you next time.